Welcome. In this video I'll show you how you can use Wrike to work with your team and also how to be more productive. Now in the dashboard you can see it probably looks like this, and then on the left you can click on this button to create your new space. And so here you can choose a template, or you can select a blank page or a blank template so you can set it up on your own. We will select a blank page in this case, and then you can see you've created a new space on the left, and we want to rename that. And we will just call it marketing campaign. And right here you can switch between views, so you can view everything as a table or as a board, but you will see why that is important later on. So first we go back to the table view, and then we want to create a new task. In this case we will just do working out the idea. So we will click add and open, and so you will add a new task, and right here you can see all of the tasks infos basically. So you can add a description to the task where you explain everything in more detail, and then you can add an assignee. So if you have people in your space, you will first need to invite them, and then you can assign them to a specific task. Then you can select a start and a due date, and so then your task will also have a start and due date. You can choose a location, not a physical location, but a location of a space, for example. So which space should this task be? And then the author, you cannot change that since obviously I created that task. Then here you can click on hidden fields, and here is some more information, and what you can change here is the importance. So if this is a very important task, you can click on high importance, and then you can also add tags. You can see we only have these default tags, but you can create tags on your own. I will show that later on, but then you can add tags to that task as well. And right here, this is basically just like a comment section where you can type in, or you can ask how the progress is going, and then you can click save, and this basically just acts as a normal chat. And when you've set everything to the task, you can close that, and you can see we have our first task in this table view. Now if you switch to board, you can see all of this idea will be displayed in columns, and so I personally prefer that, because in the table view you would need to select the status or change the status to planned, for example. But if you have the board view, you can just drag it to planned, and then that way it's way faster to change the status of the tasks. And so right here you can add tasks, and when it's completed you can just drag it to completed, and you can see it will be marked as completed. Now if you would like to add members to your group, that is pretty easy to do. You can click on share, and then you will need to enter in their email addresses. You could also enter in their names if they have a Wrike account already, but in this case you would probably want to add the email into that, so they will receive an email saying that you've invited them to your Wrike space. But you can also copy a link and send them the link, and that way they can join the space right away. Alright, on the left you can see we have the space that we've created at the beginning, and right here there is the project marketing campaign. So just to clarify, the space is basically just like your company, and then you have projects below that. So we have the project of a marketing campaign. We could also do a project about a summer conference, for example. And so we would have a second project, and in here you could create tasks as well. So people that are assigned to your marketing campaign, or that should work on your marketing campaign, can see all of those tasks in the project of the marketing campaign. And so if there are other people that want to work on summer conference and don't want to see the task of the marketing campaign, you can just create a new project and add a task in here, and that way people don't confuse the tasks. And one thing I would like to show you is the Gantt chart. Now this one is pretty cool, because you can see all of the tasks in rows here, and on the right you can see a calendar basically. And here you can see all of the start and due dates of those tasks, and you can also drag them to a specific date. So if you would like to change it, you can just change it up and drag it like that. And so that way you can see all of the tasks in your timeline. So for example, if it's Wednesday, you can see all of the tasks of Wednesday that are important. And so this one is really cool if you have a lot of due dates on tasks. Otherwise I would prefer, or I would recommend, using the board view. Then if you click on all, you can see there are also some hidden things, And one thing that is really cool are analytics. So right here you can see all of the active tasks, all of the overdue tasks, and all of the completed tasks. And so that way you can especially keep track of overdue tasks, and so this gives you a better view over your whole task management. Now we know that you can set start dates and due dates on tasks, but you can also do that on whole projects. So for example, the summer conference is probably not going to be relevant on December in the same year, and so we can click on info and set a start and due date. So for example, we might select the March to June, for example, and so this will be the date of the project, and so people can work with it within this time frame on the project, and by the end of the due date, or by the due date basically, people should be done with all of the tasks. And so you can set start and due dates on projects as well, which is really cool. And so that is basically everything that you need to know to work with your team on Wrike. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.